right, let's get it. 9-to-5 workers versus streamers debate. Let's go. What's
How
harder?
you disrespect your mom like that,
She is
dude?
right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that
Oh
your
yeah,
work is
this
harder?
video juicy, bro.
That's
This
so
video
rude.
juicy.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
You gotta drink some water.
Bet.
Casey,
Your
what's
job
good?
is You would have to actually have to go to work.
Went to school and still.
And paid rent.
Yes, I still worked.
Hey, audio good? Y'all good? Y'all can hear everything? Y'all can hear me?
Video games. I play video games on my spare time.
Damn, that nigga head ball. Streamer versus a 9-to-5 workers. Hold on. Oh shit! What the fuck is he wearing? Is this Nike Tech or is this a regular jumpsuit? Oh yeah, my fault. I'm doing too much.
What's up? How's it going?
Same
What's good, Caseyano? Why is this so loud? Oh my god, you for real? Stop
So
trolling.
my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5.
Okay.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking
Okay.
bullshit job, and
Okay.
slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through
Okay.
the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go.
Okay, I see what they're saying. Hold on.
Maybe you sign a few envelopes,
Nope,
answer a few
nope,
phone calls.
nope.
With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch
No,
that
when
never
you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier,
Okay.
I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
W mail
We have
carrier.
to deal with
Okay, let me just go ahead and do it right here. I'm letting you know right now we're gonna be stopping the video a bunch of times. I work and I also stream every single day. What we're talking about. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm keeping it a stack. Honestly, think it's depending on what job you do. You feel what I'm saying? But every job has its pros and cons, and every job has its ups and downs. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I feel like it's kind of crazy to say what's harder. Pause. But honestly, I think it depends on like how you look at it and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna go into detail on me, but I will say it's some challenges in both fields. No cap. There's some challenges. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what's harder and what's not harder. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's based on the job, what you do, and how you look at it. And sheesh. Oh, let's see it. Let's see what they talking about.
thousands, tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man.
But see, you also getting watched by HR.
I
Go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have lunch
day.
breaks. You have lunch breaks.
What the fuck? Alright.
We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
High energy, 24/7.
That's tough.
Get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
We're not even at home. We're
This
walking
one
around,
tough, bro.
walking out, doing things, going to parties, doing all this stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this?
Let me say this, bro. When you hit the point of like, I can see it being over, like a little too much and overwhelming. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes them jobs be kicking your ass, bro. No cap, bro. He said you choose to be on 24/7 though. You ain't gotta be. That is true. And it also depends on what type of. Honestly, bro, I honestly think it depends on what type of like streamer you want to be too. You know what I'm saying? You could be a streamer that stream every 3 months. You see what I'm saying? But you also could be a streamer, you know what I mean, that pop out every day. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. It's just like what you want to look at, how you want to depict it. This argument right here is like who would win, Goku versus Superman. No cap. Like it's the reason why I say that because like they both good fighters. You know what I'm saying? And streaming and working 9 to 5, they both tough. You see what I'm saying? It's hard. This one
You're
tough.
guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
I don't work.
You can get laid
I
off.
get paid.
You
It's
get laid
simple as
off.
that.
But you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just
get paid
to
either.
accumulate.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we
Huh?
have
See, they
people in
both,
the chat
they
spamming L's.
both got the same shit. See these old heads, they from different generations though.
Imagine you have
But
to
it's
be
good, though.
high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
That is true. You do that at the
Man, that's what
job
I want to do.
and your personality.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's
Factual. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Spamming L's, yeah, they wild.
Call me chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's your
Yeah.
homeboys.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy.
Oh, but he talking about like strangers calling him fat and
Like,
chubby.
I don't give
Okay.
a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got
Factual.
something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a
Let me
flag.
hear.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We
Aw,
decided
damn.
to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Okay, I get it. I feel like this one about to be on ass. That short ass dress.
Yeah, because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means
Okay.
15 years I had to get up practically every day,
Okay.
get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
Children, allergies.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
I see what she's saying. I see what she's saying.
Do you not know who the Lazy Thugs are?
I can't go out in
Professionals.
public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. You know how hard that is of a life?
Okay, let me hear her side. Let me hear her side.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Yes, we're gonna be pausing in this video. Bro, the way streaming has been evolving, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's crazy to say streaming is gonna be here to stay, bro. And the reason why I say that, streaming is starting to intertwine with rap music. Do I even have to continue? Do I even have to continue, bro? And like they say, oversaturation, but bro, man, I don't know, bro. Streaming gonna be here for a minute, gang. Streaming gonna be here for a minute. For a minute. Social media gonna be here for a minute. It's evolving. Shit, even to AI. Soon enough, you ain't even gotta do stream yourself. Just program an AI bot. If I call that in 20 years, go ahead. You know you heard it here first.
For me, I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a
That
job,
is true.
having
You could get canceled. You could get canceled.
Oh, I have a job. I have a degree. I have this. I don't. This could end for me
You could
tomorrow.
get canceled.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost,
They
all
ready
your
to get
power,
on the streamer's
What
ass.
would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would
Job.
you do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one
Damn,
watched
you gonna have to
anymore.
look
I didn't
at
even
save
watch you
money. You
anymore.
gotta save your money.
What would you?
You
have
gotta
to
save
do?
your money,
you have
boy.
To actually have to go to work.
Streaming versus 9 to 5. Streamers versus 9 to 5. What you think? Yo, what's good,
If I
Puzzle?
did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my
Property. That's what I'm saying.
So then
Investing.
you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
Go
Streaming.
into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat, be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody.
'Cause you gotta
He
be
lost everybody.
entertaining.
He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn
Yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to turn
proving my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I could lose it all
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say
And
got
you get fired, you can get another job.
hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
Facts. You can make your own business. Ugh, they gonna keep cooking.
I was a cook
So what you
in the
think is
food
harder?
system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
But see, she messed up saying that. Cook nothing but frozen food. Shit, when you cooking frozen food, all you gotta do is open it up and pour that shit into the damn fryer. Come on, what we talking about, Shawty? You messed up. Shawty, you messed up. Oh, so I ain't look at her name. She messed up. She messed up right there. Streaming, hey, nah, streaming. You gotta come up with some, you know what I'm saying, some W ideas to be on top of the game. Hold on, hold on.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
Stop
Out
posing.
the back late, yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
Why her dress so short? Okay, let's see what grandma doing.
Take into account, say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure.
Okay, I see what they saying.
4 Loco can, and
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag
Factual.
them.
And then that
Okay,
goes
I see what they're talking about.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
Pine-
Okay, hey, shout out Rhonda. Shout out Rhonda, we nurses. Hey.
35
Rhonda, I'm on your ass. Be careful what you say. You a nurse, I'm a nurse. Let's go.
years ago,
Let's go.
I decided to go to nursing school because
Okay.
I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion. I loved
Okay.
acting. I loved
Okay.
singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the
Okay,
60s.
she going this way. Okay, she going this angle.
That's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your
My
business.
stream.
So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Woo!
My daughter.
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled.
Come on, Rhonda. You gotta let people talk.
Mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda.
I did
Hold on. Let me hear the question. Come on, Rhonda.
Yes.
Have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
See, okay, hold on. Let me get that. See, you gotta understand these are people coming from different generations, so you gotta keep it a beat. And I didn't mean to say that. So you gotta keep that in mind. These people, I love how they did. They mixed the people like working 9 to 5s. They got different generations in there. You feel what I'm saying? And that's pretty cool. See, back then it was instilled in their brain. You have to either go to work or go to school. See, now we got the opportunity to either do social media, go to work, or go to school. No cap. So you gotta. Basically, what I want to say, you gotta evolve your way of thinking, bro. Like, you got people that sit here and make hundreds of thousands of dollars just sit here streaming, but then you got people busting their backs and their little checks don't even cover them, bro. This shit low key tough. Now I see what Lacey about to say. Subathon, you doing it pretty much for whatever your goal is or whatever for a long period of time, non-stop streaming, boom boom boom. Now it's kind of crazy to spam that method, but that is, you know what I'm saying, that's like the mafia-thon. That's what the subathon is for people that don't know. But damn, cause she could be like, I go to work every day. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, that's tough.
Days straight, 24 hours a day.
You got a face shade on.
No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7
Nah, fast it, man.
minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards.
No, hold on, Lacey. Hey, Lacey, let me get that, Lacey. Let me get you right here. I'm a nurse. Hey, listen, dog, bring the Undertaker. Sometimes you don't get a break, bro. Sometimes you clock in at 6:45 p.m. and you don't sit down till 6:30 a.m. the next day. I ain't gonna lie. You can't say that. This kind of tough. Hold on. Hey, let me eat that. Now, it's not guaranteed. And then I ain't gonna.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2
He says go to bed.
breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards.
You don't. It's not
see your
guaranteed to get a
family,
break, bro.
relax.
It's not
We were on
guaranteed.
camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What-
If you
But I
don't
see what
work,
he's
You're a
saying, though.
registered
To
nurse.
have-
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a
You-
3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a
you
3-minute ad.
pass trays,
See?
you're short-handed. You
Talk
don't
about the
ever
fake
learn.
relationships that you have.
She ain't lying.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
You gotta have, hold on. Let me get that. You got fake relationship at the work environment. What are we talking about? You gotta put up on a smile with somebody that you don't even like. Because if you say the wrong thing, you out the door. Then your finances is gone. What are we talking about? Hold on. Let me get that, Lacey. Who said that shit?
Think about this. Imagine every little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner.
You got people like that in the workplace.
Car without them finding out and judging
got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex
I
in
got caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental
Nah,
health,
facts.
Mental health. When you
Facts.
start caring about
Mental
what
health
you think
crazy.
and what they say about you, do you? And that's a big problem.
That is
with
true.
younger people. You care about what people
say.
social media,
See,
what they say.
But see, you got to be careful though when you a streamer though. Hold on, I know we pausing a lot. This is a good video. This shit made my. I can't say that, but you got to be careful because you kind of do want to be. What can I say? In the good eye of people, you know what I'm saying? Because you could get canceled, you could lose everything, and that's low key the same thing with nursing. I'm doing nursing because she a nurse. You know what I'm saying? If you got the reputation of being a bad nurse, you got the reputation of being the mad nurse. Don't nobody want you to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody, bro. It's gonna get to a point where people will be like, "Yeah, you gotta go, bro." You see what I'm saying? Hold on, this video juicy.
That's our
Job.
Every day
you're a
and
nurse, right?
work a bunch
35
of.
years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open service.
A 24-hour open surgery. What are we talking about? No, bring me that. You have a life in your hand. What are we talking about? One wrong move, that person gone. One wrong move, that person is gone, bro. Hey, listen, I'm a credible source. I'm a nurse and I'm a streamer. I'm a small streamer. Chill. But hey, nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 24-hour stream. It's less likely that you got to deal with somebody dying, bro. No cap. Hold on. Let me get that, Ron. Let me get that.
Oh, bro.
24-hour surgery. Bro, one wrong move, one slightest wrong shit, that person gone. You coded him for 45 minutes. Well, bro, come on, man.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't find. Hey, he rage baiting right there. Nah, facts.
30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
Hold on. That's kind of tough though.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any
Wait, you hear
work
echo?
if it was.
Wait, where you hear echo at? Hold on. Stop trolling, bro. Stop trolling if you trolling. Do y'all hear echo? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear echo. Alright, it ain't no trolling on my side. I mean, it ain't no echo on my side. Do y'all hear echo? Hold on. Nigga, we uploading this video. I don't give a fuck.
Wasn't for us though.
Hold on, I didn't even hear what he said.
Wouldn't have it.
Here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us though.
Gang, that's you. That's you, gang. That's you, gang. That's what I'm saying. I don't hear no echo, gang. Become a big streamer for a few years, save your money from brand deals, etc. Let that shit grow, invest in something. They become my own boss off the grind, chilling away from the fame. Hey, Bryce, I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it being, I'm gonna keep it saying, I don't know what the streaming shit to take, but I'm forever and always gonna have my nursing license on God's will. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just something I ain't gonna give up, bro. I went, bro, come on, 4 or 5 years, you know what I mean? Like, bro, what? What? Come on, nigga. Then I had to study for the, what? Oh, yeah. Nah. But I see what they saying. They both have, you know what I'm saying? They both have hardships, both fields. Nah, real talk, let's know, like, real niggas spill. They both got hardships, and it's really based on what you're doing, and it's really based on what type of streaming you're doing. You see what I'm saying? I just got a extra on that, bro. You got sub up. Somebody give Poser a sub, bro. Let's go.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get
that is
sponsors
true.
from these companies
That is
have
true.
9-to-5s, right? These
That is
companies-
true, though.
Hold on.
That is
These
true.
companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and
Factual.
keep them in business.
You ever worked a real
Factual.
job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was
See,
your real job?
I'm
worked
doing it
8
right
years. I worked a
now.
double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a
Why
year.
is he laughing? Bro,
Yeah, I see him working at Panera.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
Damn, why he get up? Run. I like Run. I like Run. This is a good video, bro. Look at this nigga fit.
Hi, I'm Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Let me get it. Let me see. Cause I feel like as far as the streamer aspect, hey Bryce, appreciate you with the gift of sub. Appreciate you with the gift of sub to that little dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Bryce, with the gift of sub. So let me say this. I feel like when they say streaming is more harder, they saying because you got to come up with original ideas. You got to be on top of trends. You got to make sure you on your shit. You got to make sure you don't get canceled, and you got to be really energetic and be entertaining every single day. See, that's what I feel like. That's what they saying as far as 9-to-5. But then again, you can look at 9-to-5 being harder than streaming because you got to get up every day. You got to deal with the public. I mean, you both of them. You got to deal with the public. Just chill before you know what I'm saying. Before we get this clip, but like you got to get up. You got to actually do physical labor. You got to make sure you picking up boxes the right way. Because if you pick up a box the wrong way and you tweak out your back is messed up for who knows how many years. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of tough, bro. That's kind of tough. Like I said, I feel like streaming 9-to-5. They low key both got their hardships, and that's why I say it's really based on what you're doing, what kind of streaming, what kind of work you're doing, what kind of streaming you want to do. And this one tough, bro. This one tough. I do both. I'm a registered nurse. Look me up, boy. Registered nurse, and I stream every single day. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of tough to do both. I ain't gonna lie to you. But hey, nigga, shit. God gave his toughest battle for his toughest soldier. What we talking about? Boom. Somebody give me a sub. Somebody give Dead Man a sub. Cause he broke. Dead Man broke. Give him a sub, bro. Oh, that's tough, man. This video tough.
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
Harder.
Yeah.
No, it makes it easier for you.
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
But if you hold on, let me get that, Ron. I know you saying guaranteed pay, but bro, you can get laid off. Nah, real talk. I ain't gonna do the Undertaker because it might be copyrighted music. You can get laid off from your job. You can get hurt on the job. So technically, it's not guaranteed pay because if you don't work, you don't get paid. If you don't work, you don't get to eat. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This video tough.
About raises.
Watch out there, man. Watch
For
out.
9 to 5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting.
You
to work
can
quickly, is that what
lose your
well, let's just
pay,
say
bro.
that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously
Ah,
you're
that's
talking
tough.
broad, 9 to 5. Someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How
I
so?
wouldn't go with based off financial.
It's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So
But
according to
you
a
could get laid
job
off.
Is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one.
Is he just asking questions?
Working at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera. Or
Buddy, you did not give me no $200, buddy.
A streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant. There
Oh,
was
we're
do
talking
have-
about
yeah,
ideas
you do
now.
gotta have
Yeah, we're
We're
relevancy.
talking about pay.
Okay, so what do
So
you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you started
even.
with
You're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Hey,
How
Chris,
is it
I want to
harder?
punch Chris in his
I worked
face.
for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your
That is
definition of
true.
hard? That's the thing. It's
Pause.
What
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need to
Okay,
get out
creativity.
of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make
Be
people believe
entertainer.
what you believe in the sense
She got
of
that short ass
specific
skirt.
content. You
I know
watch,
that
like,
woman
TV shows.
fast.
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are
Okay.
people like us, just for a different audience.
Different audience.
That's
Okay.
true. But you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is
Yeah,
entertainment.
Let me get that. Hold on. This is what's making me upset with this generation right here. Cause these older generations, they act like they didn't want to aspire to be actresses and actors. Hold on. They act like they didn't have at one point in time they didn't have a idea. Hey, I want to be an actor. Yeah. Nah. Come on, gang. Come on.
Entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to
doesn't
you
have
is
any
why
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah,
is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically-
This is a tough
People around
video.
here said, oh, I gotta
But
wake
what
up
are they
at
debating
7
about?
a.m.,
Which one is
8 a.m.?
harder? Yes,
Okay,
Isis.
we do
Yes,
the same
yes,
thing.
yes.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we
Man,
deal with
man, hush.
millions
When
of
you're
people.
creating that content and you have
You
your
are
phone,
dealing with the
you're
public.
dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all.
You
I
are
have
dealing-
an editor
you are
that I
dealing with
think
the
relies
public.
on me. If I stop
Both
doing
are
shitty
dealing with the
content,
public.
he loses
So
a
when you
job.
go to your job, when you go to work,
Hey, this dude in the back ready to scratch something. He ready to punch
So
somebody.
when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work
Factual.
is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch
Lifting
of
up
people
shit.
and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift
Yeah.
and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
your
your
shift.
personal
You ain't
thing.
got a,
Tell me how much you do
iPhone.
with that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of
Hey,
hours
what's up, guys?
you
It's your
are
boy, Son
talking
Dion,
and
back with
typing
another
and
video.
shitting and eating and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff that everybody's watching you do. Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important
Okay.
thing in life. So do you build that with your
Factual.
coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
So you have a lot of flags.
Why did he just run? What the fuck? Why he just duck?
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive.
How you doing, Angelina? My name's Son Dion. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. 9 to 5 way harder than streaming.
assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. I know. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
Hey.
I'm good though. We good.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because
Okay.
as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I
the
come
fuck is
home,
on her
I'm
head?
too tired to cook. Fortunately,
Okay.
I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get
Okay.
to bed in time and wake up in time to commute.
Okay,
to
so
my
that's
job.
physical.
You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot.
So what we
that
talking
you
about?
get
How long have you been on
berated.
social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting.
See, there you go. Well, I actually used to do content. Well, I actually used to play video games. Watch out, Shawty. Let me see what she's saying. Let me see what she's saying.
14. When I moved to
Okay.
LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was
Damn.
very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand
Okay.
the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax
So-
and travel the world and have other
Wait.
You're
opportunities.
just saying a lot of points.
But wait a minute though. Wait a minute. This can go for both ways. If you in your head talking about some I'm not good enough, you ain't gonna feel like streaming. Therefore, you ain't gonna feel like getting paid. If you in your head talking about I'm too exhausted to go to work, going to a 9 to 5, you ain't gonna go to work. You ain't gonna get paid. What is Shawty talking about? What is she talking about? What? You have 6 kids and a wife, buddy. Stay loyal. Oh yeah. He on bullshit. He on bullshit. What is she talking
No
about?
relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go
But
home.
what was
I
her
fortunately
argument?
have a support system, but I every day
Damn,
ask
she
myself
fine.
how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything, fell
Okay.
off completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke.
I don't know if it's true or not, but he wouldn't have said that if it wasn't true.
Every 9 to 5.
So I wonder what she's saying, though.
Going back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I
Okay,
had money
okay.
in my bank.
That's
for my
life.
rent,
This life.
but
This
I
life,
wasn't
though.
making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was
This
losing
life,
red.
though.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so
This
alone
life, though.
across the country.
This life.
So it's
Look
like
at that
when you're
grandma
alone
back there,
too,
bitch
and
ass
everything's
nigga.
going down. Where's my support?
What's
system?
funny?
I don't like why you laughing, bro.
So I have
Why
a
is she
question.
laughing?
You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that
Hey, but hold on.
to a certain extent.
Hold on, but hold on though. Some people don't have that luxury. Some people don't have that luxury being with them all dudes. Some people gotta take the L, sleep in that car. Some people gotta take the L, sleep on the curve. Man, hold on. What's she talking about
Is
though?
privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege? Before you
It's
go there?
privilege because
was-
you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
That
Yeah, but a
is
lot of
true though.
people
That
don't,
is
and they have
true.
to
What is
take
that's a
9 to
whole
5.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
Hey, I can't. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. My mama made me work when I turned 13 the first day. Like I was 12. Like I woke up, I went to sleep 12, woke up 13, and I started my job. So I mean, damn. But it is some people that gotta work. You know what I'm saying? At an early age to take care of their family, man. They're like little brothers. You know what I mean? Help out on rent and shit. Damn, that's tough, bro.
That's a whole
Don't
different
lose it.
conversation. I wasn't
Oh,
doing
get
the
it
9 to
back.
5.
That's what I'm
Because they
saying. No
still need to
facts, Bryce. That's
survive.
life. This is life.
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think
Okay.
that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay. Well,
So what the fuck? What's she talking about? You still,
my mom's
we
I
saying
get
the
it.
same
I definitely
shit.
helped my family.
We
out
saying
in
the same
times where
shit.
I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goal.
Shit, if I become a big streamer and I lose it all, nigga, we going back to kicking down doors. What we talking about? We masking up. What the fuck? What the hell? What the fucky? What we talking about? I'm trolling. Just chill. I mean, I take your order.
Goals that I set up my life to that I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same,
Nah, facts, dude, man.
Just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money.
Okay.
Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for
But
years.
wait, hold on, don't do that because you get all your money back. About 2 years after nursing, you get all your money back, and you should be able to pay your student loans back. So calm down with that shit, buddy. What is she saying? He just said if everybody got paid the same amount and everybody's still doing the same thing, what is harder? You getting paid the same amount? What? Huh? I don't understand that. What is he talking about? Stop bringing up nursing school. Nursing school easy compared to real nursing. Let's really talk about it. Nursing school is easy compared to nursing. What are we talking about? Huh? Playing on a mannequin or playing with a real human? What we talking about, bro? Come on, don't do that, shawty. Nah, I mean, damn.
Be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
Factual.
Secure if you knew.
Hold on. Nah, Rhonda tweaking. Nursing is legitimately the most secure job. I literally can pick up my bags, pack up, and go anywhere in the United States. Now, I can't go overseas, and I could get a job, and I will be comfortable. And if that job don't like me or I need to go, guess what? I can go to the next state. I can go to the next state. I can go to the next state. So she tweaking, talking about it's not secure. Nursing is legitimately come on, bring the Undertaker. Nursing is legitimately the most secure job. Now, I'm not sure on other fields. I don't know. I'm not in those fields, but I will say nursing is one of the most secure jobs, bro. Come on, she tweaking. Rhonda, you tweaking. I wish I was here in this damn meeting because I'd be like, you tweaking.
What are you going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing secure. You just proved my
Nah,
point.
facts, Poser.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even
But you still could lose everything,
you
though.
still have residuals of the previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your
I be eating that ass up.
Doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Hold on. I know he finna say Streamer University, he going for a clip, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. You low-key have to learn. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bring the Undertaker. Let's do it. You low-key have to learn the ins and outs of the streaming world. Now, it's not exactly as going to school for a certain amount of years, but you still have to learn. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn the ins and outs, what to do, what to not to do, how to be ahead of the game. So what's she talking about? Nah, shawty, hey, I thought you was fine, but I changed my mind. Get your ass out.
Streamer University.
Hey, I think ADAP was there the longest. Nursing and childcare is very secure jobs. Factual, Caseyana. And like cutting hair. I say the most secure jobs. We can do this clip right quick. The most secure jobs, I say like anything like a mortician. Hold on. Doctors, nurses, people that do hair, people that work on cars. Like I feel like those are jobs that are secure. Lawyers, come on, these niggas always going to jail. You see what I'm saying? And even people preparing food, possibly. I don't know. Eating it both ways. Yo, right, stop. Anything in the medical. Yeah, we can say anything in the medical field. Let's just branch it all together for people to be on my ass and TikTok.
Gabe, how we doing?
Doing good. So first
Damn,
of all, I want to
his
say
head
I
bald.
do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys
Hey, shout out him for being like, yo, I respect y'all.
work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job. You
don't know that.
I mean, that
You
I
don't-
do know that for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not.
But you have to do that
a
with
daily
streaming,
thing, It's a
too.
weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly.
See, I think this is all perspective, bro. Cause think about it, small streamer, nigga, I have to post 3 times a day, and this is multiple posts. You know what I'm saying? I've been posting we ain't gonna go down that road, but I have to be my own. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the luxury, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Man, let's just go.
right thing, and if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always
Factual.
have to be careful, because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker. Their
Bro,
boss,
this
they
nigga do
lose their
not
job.
look
If you
real.
lose some
He look like he
followers
easy to
because
draw.
of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough
Not
where
exactly,
there's
not
enough
exactly,
range of
not exactly,
perspectives
not
that
exactly.
people will always
Yo,
be
Midget,
on
what's good with you,
board
bro?
as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession. there's
Depending
not a
on
lot
your
of jobs
job, you get another job. He tweaking.
You know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You can get another job. You can get another job.
I've heard of it. But
So
how
you
many
have a
people
PO
have
box?
been
Nah,
looking
I
at
think
that?
it got
Happens all the
canceled.
time. Your boss
I
is
used
not going
to.
to be loyal to you if you don't
Nobody
get that
didn't say
payment
nothing, so
on time
GG's.
5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours and hours of trust and communication and intimate
Factual relationships with people.
with your audience.
Factual.
Okay, so that's not something that's just given to you.
Yeah, you gotta grind for that. You gotta grind for that.
1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Hey, nah. Honestly, hold on. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Hey, we can go for this clip. Honestly, I think being a small streamer is 1,000 times harder than being a big streamer. Think about it. You have to work every single day to get your content out there. Nigga, I'm fighting with Casanet, Aiden Ross. Nigga, even Duke stream every 3 days. He still have 10,000 people in there, bro. Honestly, bro, I'm willing to say being a small streamer is 1,000 times harder than being a big streamer, bro. No cap. Now, yes, it's pretty much in the same realm, but bro, once you make it, you got people getting your own clips when you get big, and they make money off your clips. What are we talking about? So you know people gonna be willing to do it. You feel what I'm saying? But being a small streamer, you have to go back, watch your VOD. You got to make sure that you're entertaining enough to build an audience. You got to get your own clips. You got to make sure you're entertaining. You got to be on top of trends. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but I feel like you have a lot of pressure being a small streamer versus when you make it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's basically the same thing, but I feel like it's kind of harder to be a smaller streamer. Because you got to do, you know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the process. That's the growth. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to get everything your own. You got to watch your own stream. You got to believe in yourself. So much so that other people believe in you. Bro, man, come on. What are we talking about? But damn, this one tough, right? That's a good video. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good video. My fault.
Sure. But like, what you guys are talking about in terms of like,
So I gotta say 9 to 5 life hard,
harder
the streamer content life hard too. Facts, bro. Facts, Bryce. I really, it's her haircut.
And like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time,
I have anyone in my chat now. It's hard. Nah, facts,
music,
Muja.
which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the
Cause I'm dying with my fellas. That is true. WP, VVP.
That's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job.
But you don't know that though. You don't know that. Because streaming, you can get up early. Nah, he can't say that, bro. Because there's been times where I got up at 4 or I stayed up after stream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or got up 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning to get my own clips, bro. What is he talking about? You can't say that, bro. You don't know.
Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
See, that is true. That is true. That is true right there.
We have to produce new shit every
Real
day.
shit gonna be nah facts. Being a smaller streamer is 100%. 100% being a small streamer is harder.
That I had to take
So I
years
got it
to
for a
learn.
year and a half, and
But I
just feel
started making
like
content
you
when I
ain't
was
getting
12 years
nowhere
old.
because of
I started
competition.
out
Factual,
playing Call of Duty
factual,
trick
Davis.
shot. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quickscope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but
So I had to do that for 4 years, right? And then
But
I'm like, okay.
see, Adapt, he came like when he was streaming, the streaming world was completely different. You had to be good at a game. Now, low key, now you ain't gotta be. No, low key, I can say it. Bring the Undertaker. Now you don't have to be good at a game. Honest to God. Now you don't have to be good at a game. Legitimately, back then, hey, I do know this, like learning my knowledge now. Back then, you had to be good at something. I'm leaving here with something.
Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right?
The small streamers with other full-time jobs do have it harder because full-time stream has made it really doesn't even need to stream.
How many
to
people
put his
helping
content
you?
out. Nah, facts.
People helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which
Feel like I'm making no progress. Hey, nah. Let me say this to y'all. Hey, keep going, bro. No cap. Now I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not booming or nothing, but I will say it was a time period where I would spark stream and there wouldn't be nobody in there, or it'd be Glow864 in my stream, E6 in my stream, only 2 people. I'm blessed now to say I have at least 3 people in my stream, you know what I'm saying? But hey, keep going, keep that hunger in your belly, remember who you are, keep grinding, learn the fundamentals, get the practice in, and when it's your turn to tee up, bro, you gonna be unstoppable, bro. No cap, bro. But hey, keep that hunger in your belly, bro. Hold on, let me make the screen big. Let me make the screen big. Hey, keep the hunger in your belly. Keep going every single day. The way I think about it, bro. I love this shit. I love the streaming shit. I think about it every single day. I don't get paid by this shit like a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I do it every single day. And I feel like you post your content every single day. I know it's a lot of people streaming right now, but gang, they not built like you. They not ready to die about this shit. Nigga, I'm ready to die about this shit, nigga. Eventually the competition, pause Undertaker. Eventually the competition is gonna fall off. So that's why we gonna keep shoving our content down their fucking throat. It's either they gonna take it, they gonna throw that shit up. Either way it go, they gonna have my content in them or on them. What we talking about? What we talking about, bro? I'm passionate about this shit, bro. This shit, man, this shit made my dick hard, nigga. I said I wasn't gonna say that shit, bro, but I'm gonna say it, bro. Doing content streaming, that shit made my dick hard, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Son Dion said it, nigga, and I approve this message, nigga. What we talking about?
Was it just you?
I'm gonna check.
No. It was just me. There's
That's
receipts.
motivation.
It wasn't
God,
built
God.
on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts
Wait,
on
goes
YouTube.
motivation.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come
When I was
from? How did YouTube
Shout out
become so
Grandma.
easy? Because
I
a
keep
bunch of
posting every
people
day,
work
shit
their butts
every
off
day,
9 to
wouldn't know
5,
it's there. Nah,
making
facts,
it
bro.
a thing.
Trying to
And
get
it
some
didn't
all.
exist.
Facts, my guy,
Didn't
facts.
exist. You couldn't press play. You couldn't press record.
Gotta show up for
and then
yourself.
just
Nah,
talk.
facts,
Like
bro.
you have a campus to teach on. Boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
But you also gotta spend years. You gotta spend years being in the audience, bro. Facts.
Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video.
It's time to pop out and show motherfuckers. Nah, facts, puzzle. Hey, I mean, we all like this video. I mean, it's really depending on how you look on it.
Perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist.
Okay,
Physical
let's see, yo.
Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the
Oh,
physicality.
brother.
You guys just this is.
I
this
know
is
how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your
Oh,
butt,
shit.
and talking into a microphone.
know.
Is very different. Very different than.
Yeah, it's
having
different, but it still have
in the morning
hardships.
carry all
It still
of
have
your
hardships,
videos.
Vicky.
You got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your
Vicky, stop capping. You know you had that shit in the salon. Don't do that. Now it's very different. Obviously, it's two different brands, like it's two different fields, and it's different generations. Now they each have their own hardships, no cap, and it's you know, it's kind of different. Like what I do, my routine is way different from what somebody else do, and I might say their shit easier and they might say my shit easier. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of tough to say, bro. I feel like it depends on how you look at it, what you do. And man, I don't know. I just kind of think at low key, bro. I honestly, bro, I'm gonna say I think it's kind of Mickey to say what's harder and what's not harder. You know what I mean, bro? Because it's your perspective, bro. I like what I like. You like what you like. Some of y'all niggas in chat, y'all like men. I don't like men. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna respect y'all. You see what I'm saying? I just kind of feel. I went for a club just now. He said I also don't like men.
supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning.
Hey, this video good, bro. That's a good video.
All day. You never sit down.
I feel that, but you sitting at the desk.
Chemicals all day.
What's she talking about? There's mold everywhere. There's mold everywhere. You could be breathing in mold everywhere. What are we talking about? Come on, all type of carcinogens in the air. Come on, shawty, don't do that. You don't want to do that with me. It's the big dip. I look, he did that shit. I look, he did the fuck out of that. I know y'all remember that nigga that used to growl and shit. Oh yeah. I'm going for clips.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
It's dangerous out here. It's dangerous going outside.
Physically taxing. You're just talking into a microphone.
Listen. So your whole thing.
But you got, but see, no. Hold on, Vicky. You gotta. Hold on, Vicky. Let me get that. It's way more than just talking into a microphone. Like I said, you have to be on top of trends. Boom. You have to be entertaining. Now you have some people that like that content, but to reach a bigger audience, you have to be some form of entertaining. It's way more than just looking at talking into a microphone, Vicky. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I'm not finna take away from your job. I don't know about doing hair. Hell, I feel like my hands would be cramping up. You feel what I'm saying? So you definitely have hardship. I have hardship. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit kind of Mickey, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Can't do what you do.
We gifted subs. We dropping bits. We might as well be a real nigga. Dion stream till 1095. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening.
So physically,
I like women, bro.
You can't haul around
Me too, bro.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold the
Actual.
controller.
But see, Adapt came from a different realm of streaming, bro. So you had to be good at the game, put in hours.
And you have to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
thinking of 4 days they had a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days
Yeah.
to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes.
But see, back in the day, it was different streaming, bro. Shout out Aiden, he revolutionized streaming.
Go shopping and replace all of the things that you use.
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You don't know
done.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're
Factual.
done.
Ooh, technical different. Ooh. See, everybody got hardships, different hardships.
And I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resampling.
Oh my god.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here.
I judge this. Yo, you wildin'.
Physically.
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically.
Did she say dangerous? Let me get that. The streamers that do these IRLs and people stream snipe, you don't know what kind of intent is in these people's heart. They might be like, oh yeah, it's time to slime, boom, boom, boom. So she can't say dangerous, bro. It's dangerous in both fields. What we talking about, Saudi? Come on, man.
Trick shot. You could never. I would go as far as.
So how many hours
What's
a
he
day do
talking
you
about?
trick shot?
You can get swatted. Police can run in. They say you had a gun. Boom, you gone. What we talking about? Eliminate it from the server. Come on.
How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long
day,
I needed
12
to.
hours a day.
Y'all see this fine specimen of milk right here? Hold on.
However long I needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to jump, get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010.
Just seen a video where it was on stream. Nah, facts. I know what you're talking about, Bryce. I know what you're talking about.
Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Oh, it's for
Dead
us.
zones. Talk about the dead zone.
Hey, I almost said something so crazy. This video going to
For
YouTube,
the most
poser.
part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical.
This look like Issa's little brother right here.
A lot of it is just
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around.
Facts. Facts. I just said that. I just said that.
Wait. They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him.
Hey, that's facts. That's facts.
His thoughts.
What is this woman haircut?
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm a respecter.
I am very occupational.
No milkman, nigga.
Librarian with elementary school children.
Hey, shout out her, man. Shout out to the librarians, man.
Secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That we create social media all the time. Because
Factual.
That's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact
Factual.
and have energy with people. Where
Okay.
I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
What's she talking about? What's she talking about? Hold on. No, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. I missed the name. But what is you talking about? You have to have some form of energy. Ain't nobody gonna watch me if I'm just like, hey, you guys, my name's Son Dion. I'm a Twitch streamer. They ain't not gonna watch it, bro. Nowadays, everybody, I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta be, you don't have to be. Let me say that. You have to be, let me say this. You gotta be some form of entertaining. You gotta have energy, bro. Ain't nobody gonna watch you if you just on bullshit or you just, I don't know. They might, but it ain't gonna last long. You can't say that.
You have
can't
false
say that.
energy because you're across the screen.
False energy?
You're not
What?
interacting with people like we do.
Nah, she tweaking. She interacting with a bunch of people on what?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
But you have to when you're streaming.
Harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch a video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more than
Factual.
Yes.
That hey, I will say I'm a small streamer. I'm not gonna say who it is, but some people, I have got that text where it's like, hey bro, like I'm not trying to be like on no ego shit, bro, but I have got a DM where somebody had said, hey bro, your content saved my life. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. that low key was like yo, I ain't gonna lie, like that low key getting that text was like one of them, like it was like one of the moments. It was like, yo, bro, we gonna keep doing this content shit, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like, hey, shout out. I ain't gonna say who it is or reveal the gender. Shout out you. Real talk.
Yes.
That's them messages. I ain't gonna lie. That message, that shit made me cry.
And to the clubs at night, staying out.
All right, Puss, I see you.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Get that money. Get that money.
6 o'clock in the morning, so you get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Get that money.
So what I'm saying is like you.
Oh, God.
Don't
Talk
do
to him.
the interaction. You don't touch people.
Big
like
GTS.
this.
Okay. Now.
What kind of shit's going on?
What's she talking about? Touch people.
You get to put some shades on and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is that
your
critiquing? Yeah. I see what Silk is saying.
We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your
We
choice?
don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing.
That is true.
And that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts.
Not
souls,
necessarily.
No, you are.
Not necessarily. There's people that do 9 to 5 at their house and they get paid. They got. What is she talking about? Streaming, you got to deal with people too.
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you watch any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the
That's interaction.
Did it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm watching
wait, did it make you feel better?
You physically cannot touch somebody when you stream
Have
it.
you ever been entertained?
She's talking about.
Have you ever been entertained and be like, oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You literally physically cannot
Okay, well, let
touch
me
somebody
ask
when
you
you
because
stream
I'm
it. What are you
debating.
talking about? I can't touch y'all.
Right after this, I got you.
If I could, I smack the fuck out of
You're
Dead Man
entertained.
and Bryce.
Have you ever felt like
Bitch ass
you feel better if
niggas.
you watch something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference
Factual.
is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
What is she talking about?
Made a comment about, oh, I can't even.
Bro, she is pissing me off. She just said you not interacting with people, you physically not touching people. You fit. There is no fucking way, unless I'm missing the technology, for me to spark stream and be able to touch one of my viewers. You literally cannot do that. Shawty, what the fuck is you talking about? Huh? You literally cannot do that. What? Okay, you got it, Shawty.
Go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out.
She got that.
I can go out.
I ain't gonna lie, she's wild for that cut. But we're gonna respect her though. We're gonna respect her.
I'm a very social.
But so are they. I feel like I'm social.
Where I do and where I am.
Okay, me too. We got Stain too.
We do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait."
Yo, you,
I
yeah.
loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch.
Factual.
You shake it. Like,
Factual.
You were my.
You can't say this stuff tough. You can't say this.
That's I've had kids come
10.
up hundreds of times
Mm.
throughout years of my life. Had kids come up to me and say these things. So
Factual. Why the fuck is he walking like that?
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your mom?
loves
Stop talking about nursing, buddy. Nursing is tough. You have your days where you clock in and you don't sit down till it's time for you to leave. That's 12-hour shift. Boom. Now you do have your some days where it be caked up. I ain't gonna lie. But sometimes, bro, majority of that time, you ain't sitting down till 6 a.m. the next day. That's me talking about mine. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? And it's also dependent on what type of nursing you doing. You feel what I'm saying? It's also dependent, because you could do nursing where you sitting there, or where you doing case management. You pull up on a patient, all right, click, and you out the door. Or you also could be do nursing where you change wounds all day. You feel what I'm saying? That shit, they not trying to say that ain't tough. That shit tough too, because some people can't stomach that. You also got the type of nursing where you in the OR standing, handling, you know what I'm saying, the surgical instruments and shit like that. But you also got your med surg nursing. You see what I'm saying? You got to deal with family. You got to deal with the doctors. You got to deal with the patient. Like, hey, yo, can't say nursing
that
easy,
your
bro.
work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
It's based off what you do.
He said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Okay, hey, I respect this dude. I respect this dude coming up saying break this down.
I'm black. That's what he just said.
Alright, he going that route. Alright. My homegirl a search tech. I be having to rub her feet after shift. Definitely gotta be harder than streaming.
I can't get a
Nah,
job.
that is true. But
I used to work at Costco.
see, Bryce, I can say my butt be hurt when I stream, so it's tough. Cause a nigga is, you know what I'm saying, sitting down. Now it's different. See, it's different variety of streaming, bro. I don't know. I think it's kind of tough to say what's harder and what's not, cause they both have hardships. Y'all remember Jerry Springer when he gave his final thought? I'm gonna give my final thought at the end of the video, man. Let's go.
I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on.
Hey, I like how Silky be moving.
Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
Man, 12's long as fuck. I'm telling you, 8's long as fuck. Hell, Tower, 6 long as fuck. 6 is a long as
Do you
fuck.
enjoy what you do?
About make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you enjoy what you,
Yes or no, is what you do fun?
ooh, I can't wait for the final thought. I can't wait for the final
Break it
thought.
down for me. What do you
Shout
do
out
in
Jerry
people's
Springer,
spot
man. Rest in
stores?
peace.
What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm.
That's sarcasm. I peeped it. I peeped that
Listen to
sarcasm.
the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying?
See, this goes to show. Shout out Silky, I love you, boy. This goes to show. Being a small streamer is way harder than being a big streamer. Yes, it's the same field, but gang, I can't afford to wake up at 3 p.m. Now, I can't, I can only talk for me, cause I gotta rewatch my streams. I gotta get my clips, cause I gotta post my clips, cause I gotta make sure I stream. We stream every single day over here, buddy. Man, I ain't gonna lie. This, and then you gotta keep posting, even though you're gonna get the same 200 views, 10 likes, 1 comment. Man, come on, man. Come on. Oh, it's tough because it's both streaming. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of tough to say which one harder and which one not. But damn, it'd be tough. Because mentally, you know what I'm saying? Even though people do their own clips, mentally, you gotta be ready to stream.
Because I just deal with thousands of people.
Silky, give me that. Smoking is a choice. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should get better coping things. I feel like smoking is a choice, bro. Not all streamers smoke. You know what I mean? Hold on.
I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
But that's a lot of people.
Let him stay.
That's a lot of people, though.
Right?
Wait, but you still have
Better coping skills, not fast. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get better coping skills. Do push-ups.
Now wake up. I
Grind.
gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure because I got a lot of comments. Now he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, save that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
But I mean, that comes to the game. That comes with the
I had to
game.
game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that,
I feel it with the game.
What I'm gonna do for the stream today? Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrumble something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by
No work and no money. What are we talking about?
I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind is
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work.
You already did my ear?
I did my work.
What the hell? I'm just now clocking in.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
How? Alright, Silky, you're reaching. You're reaching.
All right.
Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
I like Rhonda.
Yeah.
I like Rhonda. I fuck with Rhonda. Yeah, he troll. He going for clips.
It's all about relationships that you got with people.
But that's how it be. Some people don't like people.
Say shit like that. Do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
Some people don't like
I'd
people.
rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping?
This
other
woman been
people?
laughing the whole video. What the fuck is funny?
I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
So is nurses. Hey, Silky, give me that. So are nurses. What he talking about? So are other people. You could be a construction worker and you can see a little girl walking across the street, see a big ass beam about to fall on her head. You can, you know what I mean? Move out of the way. You a hero too. What we talking about? Huh? Come on, man, Silky. Man, it's tough, bro.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
It's tough. Why they put this man to represent for the streamers? Man, shout out Silky though. Shout out Silky. He cool. He cool. He cool, man. Oh shit. I like her though. I like her. I like her. I like her energy. I like her energy. I like her energy. I like Thelma. I like Thelma.
I mean, fuck.
He going for clicks. He going for clicks. She said she finds them funny as fuck. She don't take them seriously though. Nah, facts. Facts. Look at, I like Thelma.
Streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't.
It's a passion. I honestly feel like it's a calling. For me, I can't speak for everybody else. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This shit tough as fuck, bro. You know what I mean? I'm battling with Castanet, the best streamer, most what we talking about? I don't know. It's something I like doing, and like getting the message that I got. I ain't gonna tell you when I got it, when it was, but like seeing somebody text me that as a small streamer. Yo, bro, your content saved my life. Yo, that shit meant everything to me, bro. Like, man, what? Come on, man, that shit.
Can't have a public relationship because
cut your locks like her hairstyle.
Judge my relationships.
I'm good. I ain't gonna be able to pull it off, Tara. I ain't gonna be able to pull it off like her.
Dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Okay, that was a choice.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
That was a choice, though. She been laughing with that short ass skirt.
I think it's so much harder. Why are you doing
Stop, Caseyana.
Passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it.
The love of the game.
So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to
Look
make
at Draco.
sacrifice, and that's what you have to do.
So you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was flipping burgers, I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch.
Now hold on, Jason. Let me get that shit. If you were flipping burgers and you still had a girlfriend, low key, I ain't gonna lie, shame on her. She need to make you upgrade and do better. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like I'm going in too deep with that, but I see what he's saying though. Streaming, he chose streaming and lost his girlfriend.
Every single day, 9 to 5.
That is true.
Maybe 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Nah, you can't say that because if you work at Walmart, you seeing 50 niggas that don't like you because you gotta check their receipts. You know how niggas get when they check your receipt at Walmart. Damn, why you stop me, bro? What the fuck? You see what I'm saying?
And then back to my point. Is that your choice?
They need to let a real nigga on this.
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is,
that's my point. That's my point.
They need to let a real nigga in this video.
You gave up your girlfriend for streaming.
That's for real,
Come on
though.
now.
Y'all don't understand. We look forward to y'all streams every day. See, that's true. That's true. Casey, I don't appreciate you. That made me feel warm and bubbly. Man, that made me feel warm and bubbly. Appreciate you, Caseyana. Let me this comment of the day.
something that I
Ah,
love.
damn. I'll make that comment of the day. I got you.
In motion. I picked motion.
See, they saying some bullshit.
Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Ooh. See, I'm told y'all, I love my Hispanic women. I accidentally call her Milk. Boy.
I'm an attorney.
She makes
I love all women.
Fuck ups. I
I
like
love
that.
all
You had
women.
an opportunity
La
to get
Casta.
9 to 5 that you could create yourself. Like whatever you want.
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5. You
Yeah.
would take it?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You get freedom.
What?
It's something that you.
Come to this side.
No, but I have to.
I'm about to.
You feel stuck.
Factual.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That
Okay,
TV
I see
show,
that. I see
it's
that.
done. What happened to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands of
Thousands of people stop watching it. You get.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
I mean, yeah. Shit. That one. That was. She wasted her turn. She wasted her turn. She fine as hell. She wasted her turn. What the fuck? What the fucky?
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model. But
Okay.
I've worked since.
Oh, she Russian.
14.
She
I
Russian.
was a gamer too.
That
I
nipple's
just think
hard.
personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming. does
Wait.
take a-
What she say? Hold on. What she say? I ain't even people. I've been looking at nipples.
I just think.
Hold on. I was looking at nipples still. My fault.
Nice to meet you.
I'm not locked.
I'm a professional model.
Okay.
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14. I was
Okay.
a gamer too.
Okay.
I just think personally, like I agree
Okay,
with Jason
what was the
that
question?
I think streaming does take a certain
More. Stop.
than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer,
Look at Thelma, dude.
all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
The probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is.
One in
you
every
got- you just got
240
lucky
people. Oh
because
wow.
You're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out there.
talented.
Okay, that's kind of tough to
These
say.
days, everybody's
That's kind of tough to say. Cause I remember when a nigga tried to apply at Aldi, I didn't have the luck. I didn't get lucky enough to get my application pulled. They still ain't look at my application. Bitch ass niggas. You can't say that. You can say the same thing with that with streaming job. I can't wait to get my final thought on this,
What
bro.
I do.
I can't
I'm not
wait.
posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking.
But see, you gotta grind for that.
I was
Ugh.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
You,
So
you weren't really
You
thinking
gotta
of
grind
what
for
to
that.
do with my life. Like, what
This
should I
woman been
study?
laughing
Like,
since the
what is
video
my-
been
what is
started.
my
Get her
life?
off the
You
set.
just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
See?
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's kinda
it
tough. You
wasn't
can't say
luck.
that's
It's
luck, bro.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky.
Factual.
Get jobs. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how
Factual.
many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck?
But how was that luck though?
One has to be the best.
Best of the best, factual.
Is he the best? Is he the best?
I got
Is
four.
he
I got
No,
four.
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics.
Okay, give him the
There was over
statistics.
300,000 people that played Warzone.
Bro,
last
that's a
year.
lot
Those are
of
the games that
fucking
I played.
people.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're
So that-
You
that's-
gotta
that's-
grind
that's
for that.
not
You
luck.
can't get
That's
lucky for that.
That's pure
You
skill.
gotta grind for that.
Listen, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky? Are they lucky?
I mean,
they
That's
they have
hard
a
work.
talent.
That's hard
They
work.
have
That's
a
hard
talent.
work.
But it's-
So wait,
you
But
know
playing
many
the game is a
talented
talent
people out there
too.
who
Some
don't
people
get
just
the chance,
talented.
they don't get the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
No.
That's basically what she
I said. A lot of
said.
people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
Okay, I get
Well, I
that.
didn't even
But
get a shot.
still,
It
he's
was- I
talented.
did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Look at his haircut. What you laughing about? Is he being dead ass?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3
Gosh,
videos. 2000 I edited
years.
myself while I went to college, worked a job,
13.
and still went to school.
13.
So that's not
crazy.
Stand on it. Stand on
If
it.
that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job,
Factual.
we're lucky in some sort of
Factual.
way. But
Factual. Some people ain't got a job. Some people got disabilities. Some people can't get up and go to
and I
work no
worked on
more.
that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't. do
That's
the right thing.
life.
They don't go the right path. They
Boo hoo.
don't
This is
recruit the right
life.
people.
Who the fuck is this
So many
nigga?
talented actors here, they never get
Where
a
did he
shot.
come
So I'm
from?
just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it.
Took it.
It
Factual.
wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what? I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do.
Factual.
It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
Why the fuck she keep laughing?
Video game.
See, and shit like this makes me so mad because you're not being understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta admit, like these are different generations, but you gotta keep in mind the generation you grew up in is way different than the generation we are in now. These people make thousands of dollars. You have, let me say this, you have different routes to get to the bag nowadays. It's not just putting in work. You feel what I'm saying? And I just kind of feel like this shit right here is kind of unfair. Low key, get her the fuck off the stage, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like she's like, you gotta be, man, you gotta, this is with anything. You gotta be receptive, bro. She up here laughing and shit like, bro, they can buy you. Shawty, all them phase niggas can buy you. They can buy your house 5 times over and then 10 times over after that. Shawty, chill with that, dog.
It's a talent.
Permission
She
to dick
making me
ride?
mad.
Hey,
Short
he's made
ass
tens of
skirt.
millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Factual.
But I'm saying.
How is that privilege? He's literally said he's the best of the best. He trained for 13 fucking years. You tweaking, Thelma? Come on.
You couldn't hop on a
Thelma.
game and do what I do.
You couldn't
Factual.
do it.
It's a skill.
Your son
Factual.
couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's
Oh, yeah, we
grandkids
going for
could
the
never
clips,
do
clips.
it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes
I gotta post,
are done.
y'all.
They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake
Why
up 3
she-
hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7.
Boy,
I'd go
that's
home,
grind
come back, and do it
right
again.
there.
I was
That's
16. It
grind.
was funny.
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys
It's
were growing
different
up, yes, it was
generations.
just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career.
Make some
Maybe
money,
if
yeah.
we get good enough at it, and we create.
Especially when they was coming up, they was good at it.
That's something. It's a God-given gift.
Video games is not like.
You don't think you don't think it's
What?
You're just too old to understand. That's
Factual. At that point, if you're not being receptive, I'm gonna say it. You too
Y'all
old.
could never
I gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist.
And they and like back in the day, they didn't want to be
You look at this
actors.
career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grow up, this didn't exist.
They do have esports. My college got it.
Because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get
Factual.
it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun. But it's like,
And that's
again, it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta
Factual.
fight back. You gotta
That's
fight back.
Factual.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
Low key fine. Little Russian booty.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice
You know,
to
the
meet
Russian
Hello.
girls be
My
thick.
name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you
Okay.
familiar with layoffs, with being
Okay,
furloughed?
facts.
Like taking.
But with that, what you can argue with that is you can get canceled. Like everything you worked so hard, 13 years, y'all can go down the drain just because you said one little thing. Come on,
If that's
same
just-
thing.
That's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything.
You lose everything.
You lose everything.
Okay, and then
Everything.
you can
Brand
rebuild
deals.
yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent-
you can do if you get
Not really.
that's-
If you come out saying hard on, it's
It's not the
raps.
same concept. Like,
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy.
Calm down. Furloughed, you getting paid while you at the house. What's she talking about? What is she talking about? Come on.
The alternative. So
Come on.
that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then-
if you lose a job, you can't.
just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an
You
opportunity
literally
to
can
search
get
for-
another
Okay,
job.
I've been searching for
Factual.
another one for 10 months. I interview every day. do the
Okay,
same
that's
spiel,
life.
have to
Keep
get that
going.
smile of-
That's life.
Walking through.
I
This
my
is
uploaded
life.
videos- I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
Facts.
And
It's
did you
just-
wait?
it's-
You
it's-
uploaded 7 videos and,
And,
didn't get any
and
views.
went to school, and still
And paid rent.
What is she talking about?
I worked.
Skill
so that
issue.
you had to get
Factual.
another job.
As an
She
apartment
tweaking.
tenant.
Come on, that's life. Nigga, I told y'all I applied for Aldi. Aldi did not hire my black ass. Did I sit around and cry about it? Bitch ass nigga, I kept applying. I kept applying. And kept applying. Till I graduated. Yeah, man. They
Yes.
tweaking.
Okay, and was that harder?
Then what?
My teeth fucked up.
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a
Mm.
parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
What else could he do? If cars ain't there, what else could he do?
When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
that's
I just
a
go.
one nine
I go
to
like this.
five.
Shawty,
This,
get-
yo,
get
right
the
there.
fuck on.
I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can
Okay.
master it with, my
Ooh,
sorry,
but people
my
play.
next.
Millions play.
But
Millions play
okay,
video games.
yeah. Hold on, before he even go. Literally, you get this certain amount of days. I get this certain amount of days on the game. We get the same amount of days on the game. Let's see who better. Come on, hold on.
But there are
Tweaking.
very few people who are genuinely gifted.
Yeah, gifted. And some people that's gifted, they can pick up a game and do it
How
no
is
matter
not a
what.
talent? Why is it not a talent?
Facts.
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift.
Go
of
sit down,
like,
shawty.
Whoa, when I put
Go
my
sit
thumb
down.
here,
You
and
don't
this
even
thumb
know
there,
what you're
and do
talking
this
about. Go
combo,
sit
and do
down.
You'd be
this flip.
surprised.
Go
You'd
sit
be- I
down.
mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
That they have their opposable
the
thumbs.
most
Like,
gifted-
Bald head,
good.
talking about
It's like
some
saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso. Yeah, that's like,
Factual.
It's
Facts.
so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for
You
a
can
job,
go get $1 million.
Go pick up a controller.
Yeah, huh?
go
Who the
borrow
fuck is this dude?
$1 million tournament.
Yeah, her argument was trash.
Good. You couldn't.
Because if that's the situation, then that means she can go grind hard and be as good as Swag. What are we talking about?
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does.
But she is fine shit because she is.
I'm saying that's easy.
She mix. I see that mix in her.
I didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can
how do you
hone.
know?
But her voice
how do you know
pissing
if
me
it's
off,
easy
so I
if
don't
you
need
haven't
that.
done it? Like if
I
you don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Okay, so
level because that's
you
not
should
what
be
I'm
able
trying
to
to
lock in and get them
I know,
cash
so but you
prizes.
don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
does-
do you know?
what
How
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah. What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and
So then that
filming
means you should be
and
able to
constantly
replicate what they
videos
do.
and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh?
See, he putting. I see what he doing. He going
Can
for
you
clips. I
refresh
get
with the best
it.
players?
I
I
get
can
it.
also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short
terms
launch pad?
from
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know how to short?
No, I don't. But
I see what they doing.
You can do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly. I can
Phil Munt, sit your ass down.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you
She got
wanted
some
to, you
milkers
would.
on her.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's
My fault. I'm not locked in because
So let's pay for her, whatever it is.
Okay,
Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
That's not how it
She's talking about some no.
You pay me, I'll get the job done.
My fault, Bryce. I'm locked. Final thought. Oh, I'm about to get my final
I would
thought.
say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be.
Hold on. I can't wait to get my final thought.
24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. So
okay.
technology is
Shout out Thelma being receptive.
Because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with Carl. I appreciate and respect what they
Shout
do.
out
and I think
Thelma.
that's the
She shout out
consensus for
her.
most of us that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
See, you can't say that. All right, he going for clips. So let me go ahead and say this right here. Hold on. Let's get that thumbnail out of there. Look, nigga. So let me say this.
I think because.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say, I kind of think, I honestly got, hold on, let me make my camera bigger. Honest to God, I kind of think it's Mickey as hell to say what's harder and what's not. Working a 9 to 5 versus streaming, I think it's kind of Mickey to say what's harder and what's not. Both have different hardships. You could be in one, like, it's really tough as hell to say what's harder and what's not. Because what you think is hard, somebody might think is easy. What you think is easy, somebody might think is hard. I kind of hate for them to put on the label on what's harder and what's not. Yes, it's different things to go in there, no cap. But bro, you can't sit up and say, I have it worse than you. What are we talking about? It's people that don't even, you know what I'm saying, that do a bunch of work and they don't get paid a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's a bunch of streamers, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of tough, bro. I don't know. I just feel like it's really up to like what you do. It's really up to how much you love the game. Also, I feel like it's up to like, I feel like if you love your job, you never working. That's literally a saying. If you love what you do, you never working a day in your life. No cap. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think it's cool to say streaming is harder than 9 to 5 or 9 to 5 is harder than streaming, because there's hardships in everything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what's hard for me might be easy for you. What's easy for you might be hard for me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like you can't just put this that title on that. Yes, it's different challenges because it's different fields. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like they all had some good arguments, bruh. But yeah, I feel like this is just one of the ones where it's just like, hey, you got it hard, I also got it hard. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. That's my take on it, bro. She said purr. Oh yeah, that's in the video. But yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe.